guys, welcome to this week's reading vlog video. So this week's reading vlog is gonna be a little different than the usual ones. As you can tell from the title of the video, I am doing a 24-hour readathon, and I am gonna be honest, back like when I was first starting out my channel, I tried to film one of these like a million times and I just fell asleep. It just did not go very well because I do not handle staying up like very well. But I'm gonna try again. Try till you get it right, you know? I think this is the third time, so like third time's a charm, right? So the way I'm gonna do it is, I know everyone does these differently. I'm gonna do it where I'm gonna start it. It's currently 7:37. I'm gonna start this at 8 and I'm gonna set a 24-hour timer, and I'm just gonna see how much I can physically like push myself to read from 8 to 8 tomorrow night. And I'm gonna do this because how anyone chooses to do it is completely up to them. Like, it's not, no, this isn't like judgmental in any way, shape, or form. I just think personally, like if I did, like I paused it and I just like read during the daytime, like that would just feel like I was just doing like a bunch of reading sprints or like binge reading for the day. And then, but like I just want to see how much, like if I really do nothing but read for 24 hours, how much can I read? And like I'm going into this a little tired, so I'm a little worried. That's okay. I have my comfy clothes on. I'm in my chair. I'm not going to get in my bed because that is where the trouble is going to start. If I fall asleep though, I fall asleep, and I'm not going to be mad at myself for it. My goal is not to fall asleep though, because I want to read the full 24 hours. But if I do end up dozing off, then that's okay. I feel like doing this at night too, because I'm doing this from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. because I feel like if I do it that way, then I get the worst of it first. Like, I don't know, like if I start in the morning, like I'll like, and I finish in the morning, like I still have to go through the entire day. So I feel like that would be way harder. I feel like it's once I get past like the nighttime, it'll be pretty easy. I feel like I get tired at around like 11, so I feel like once I get to like 1 or 2, I'll like be able to push through. But I do not know how this is gonna go. But I also feel like this time I have much more of like a game plan with choosing the right books to read, because last time I did this, I read like, I was like reading like Vicious by V. Schwab, which like was a great book, but it was not keeping me awake at like 2 a.m. So this time I'm gonna pick out books that I think will keep my attention. And the first book is from last week. I have not read it all this week, by the way, and it's actually a problem because I've just, oh my god, this week has been insane. But I still am cutting through Redeeming 6, and I have about 300 pages left, so this is what I'm definitely gonna tackle first. And I am not going to sleep until I finish this damn book, and I think that's why this makes it the perfect one, because I will, like, I think pure determination to finish this book will keep me going. So that's the first plan. So I feel like this is super, like, it's constant drama. It's always keeping it interesting. Then next game plan, I don't know, I'll mood read. If I don't feel like this at the time, I won't read it, but this is the initial game plan. And I think I want to read Final Girls by Riley Sager, and I'm thinking I'll do this right after this, because I'm probably, if I start at 8, I'll probably finish this sometime like just dead in the middle of the night. So to keep me going, I'm going to start a thriller, because then I'm going to get scared, because I am such like a weenie when it comes to reading thrillers, because I get so scared. And it's like words on paper, and I'm like, why are you getting scared of literally words on paper? But I get really freaked out, and so I feel like if I get myself scared, I'm not gonna fall asleep. So that's my next plan. Next, if I finish that before the 24 hours is done, then I think I'm gonna read Renegades by Marissa Meyer, because it's YA. Don't have to think too hard about it, hopefully. It's sci-fi, and like I feel it'll be very action-packed. That's what I've heard. So that could be very wrong. But I feel like this, I was debating between this and One Dark Window, but I've heard One Dark Window is like a gothic fantasy, and I feel like as much as I enjoy that genre, it might make me more sleepy than an action-packed sci-fi would. So that's why I'm gonna go with this one. Also, if I feel fantasy, because I probably will be in a fantasy mood at some point. A couple weeks ago, if you remember, I was reading Elantris, And after launches, there's like a short story and a novella that comes after that. The short story is like 25 pages and the novella is like 200 pages. And I really, really want to read that before the end of the month. Both of those, because I want to start the Stormlight Archives in April. So if I feel like I'm in the fantasy mood, I'll read those two. And they're super short, so I feel like they'll make me feel like accomplished. So I'm definitely finishing this. Like this, just like pure will to get this done will keep me going. Because like it's not that I don't like it, it's just I'm tired of reading it. As much as I love this series, this is not my favorite in the series, and I knew it wasn't going to be going into it, but I need to finish it so I can get to books that I really want to read, like Taming 7. Also, I'm gonna do audiobooks during this one too. Like probably tomorrow during the day, I'm gonna read audiobooks. I have my Kindle for later because I think I have Final Girls on the Kindle, so that might be better for later. I don't know, I'll keep you guys updated on how it's going. I got it. I can do this. I'm going with the mentality that I will not fall asleep, and I can do this. Hey guys. Hi. Oh my god, look at my little reading buddy. She's so precious. She doesn't really like when I talk when she's trying to sleep. So don't mistake this for her like being cute. She's just kind of yelling at me to keep my voice down. She's like, can you actually shut up? It is 1 a.m. Genuinely shocked that I have made it this far. Like, I don't know how that's possible. I was really, really tired. I'm 5 hours in. It's 12:58. I don't really know how I've made it this far, because I was super, super tired around like the 11 to 12 mark, or 10 to 12, kind of there. But I got like a second wind and I'm like kind of awake now. So I don't know, I only have like 5 more hours until the time I usually wake up. So we're getting there. But 5 hours in and I finally finished this beast of a book. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think I liked it, which like pains me to say because I love the Boys of Tom and series. Well, I loved like Johnny and Shannon, but like just something about their story did not do it for me, and I'm pretty sure it was just because I didn't like Effa. I think my biggest issue was literally Shannon could be like dying in a ditch and like she'd be like, who's watching over Joey right now? Like, why isn't anyone paying attention to how Joey's doing? I love Joey, okay? And Joey needs support and love like everyone else, but he's not the only person in the world who needs love and support. Girlie was just downplaying everyone's traumas but Joey's, so that just like really bugged me the whole book. And like she just really annoyed me. Like she was not giving, and also like it was weird though because I loved her in Binding and Keeping 13. Like she was giving badass boss bitch, and then she was giving annoying, entitled, self-centered. I don't know if that's like an unpopular opinion. I don't know if people are gonna be mad at me for saying that, but that's just my opinion. I am going to persist on. I think I'm gonna read Final Girls now. It's right there, but I don't think I can get up. I'm gonna finish that book tonight or I'm gonna fall asleep, and I don't know which one is gonna come first. So it's exciting that I'm on to my second book now. It's way further than I've made it in my other reading challenges that I've done. So, okay, I am now hitting a wall, and it's like 1:40. I think I need to get out of this chair and I need to be out of the blinding lights. So I am going to do a very dangerous thing. I'm going to turn off my lights and read Final Girls, because I'm on like chapter 3 right now, and reading the physical copy is just not doing it for me. Like my brain is just not comprehending it, and I think reading it on Kindle might help, but getting in my bed is so dangerous. But I'm gonna do it because I really want to. And you know what, I will set an alarm for like 5 a.m, 5 or 6, so even though I do fall asleep, which I probably will, I'll still get up then because I'm gonna be so real. I never expected to get through this night without sleeping. Or I'm gonna try and make it a couple more hours, but I just want to get in bed and snuggle up in my bed. I'll update you guys when I get up around probably like 5 or 6, because I'm gonna get breakfast and then I'll keep reading for the rest of the day. But I definitely want to make a bigger attention to this before I go to bed, like at least get 100 pages in. So chapter 12, I'm gonna try and get chapter 12 tonight, or like once the sun comes up I should be fine. I'll listen to an audiobook, take a little walk. That's my plan, because I'm just really tired of sitting in my chair. Maybe staring at the screen of the Kindle will help too, which I'm thinking it will. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. Hey guys, I fell asleep pretty quickly. But that's okay, because I knew I was going to. It's 6 a.m. now. I came downstairs. I fell asleep around 2:30, so I got around 3.5 hours of sleep. I'm on hour 10 now. You know what? That's okay. I needed some sleep. I'm sorry, my cat's tail has entered the picture. I know I feel bad because like I see people who do the 24-hour readathons, like that they go to sleep. Like it's not like rare for them to go to sleep, but I didn't stop the timer like a lot of them do, and I think that's where I'm feeling really guilty. But I honestly just want to see how much I can physically read in like a 24-hour span, and I feel like I made it through the worst part. Now I can have a coffee. It'll be daytime soon. The sun will be up soon, so I feel like that'll make it easier. Last night I got to chapter 6, so I'm about 15% done, and it's starting to get interesting. It's starting a little slow, but right when I fell asleep it was starting to get a little interesting, so I'm gonna get some coffee and breakfast. I'm not stopping anymore. That was like my one little sleep sesh. I'm gonna keep reading, and I will give you guys an update when I finish this. I just want to give a little bit of a reading update. It is 9:38 and we are 13 hours and 38 minutes in this challenge. We're officially more than halfway done, and I'm actually like, I feel pretty good right now. Like this morning was really rough. I'm not gonna lie, the last clip you saw of me jogging, like I was about to pass out, and I think it's just because I woke up, like that feeling, like I slept for like 3 hours and it was still dark out when I woke up, so like of course I was feeling like really groggy, but I think my coffee set in. Yes, anyway, I'm feeling better now, and I can like, that was definitely the worst part. From like 2 a.m. to like 7, I would say, was definitely the worst. Well, I slept through half of that, so I don't know. I'm glad I slept though. I still feel bad about it, but it was only like 3 hours though. I am about 70% done of Final Girls, and I think the reason I like couldn't get through it last night was because like I feel like this Riley Sager book is like, it started really slow, which is kind of odd for a Riley Sager book. Like it's really picking up now. Like I'm really into it. Like the second 50% is going by so much faster, and I feel like that's how it is for like all thrillers, but like this one was like particularly slow in the beginning, and I'm like, I don't know where you're going with this. But I think that's what kind of got me to sleep, because I started it around like 1:30. So I think next time I do this, what I should do is I should start the thriller first. Then I will be like getting right to the part I am now that's keeping me awake like later, like around the time where I was getting sleepy. You know, you live and you learn. What I like about the challenge too is like you always enjoy books like when you read it in one sitting, and this kind of forces you to read a book in one sitting. And I was really excited because I was looking at Libby and they had Renegades on audio, so I do not need to use an Audible credit when I start that, and I can like listen to it while I clean my room and stuff, maybe crochet a little bit. For now, I'm gonna finish this book. I'll definitely finish it in like the next hour or two, so I will let you guys know when I finish. Finished book number 2 of the readathon. Honestly did not think I was gonna get this far, but let's see where we are. It's 11:11 and we are 15 hours and 11 minutes into it, so we have 9 more hours left, and I think that means I can knock out another book, maybe. These are my options. I do really want to read Renegades, and that was like the plan going into it, I want to bring this book with me on vacation next week because I feel like it'll like look cool reading on a plane. And don't lie and say you haven't picked a book for that reason. Okay, I'm in between. I'm definitely not reading If We Were Villains because too tired for that. And I would love more than anything to read Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands, but that's not happening today either. Because I know that'll make me sleepy as well. Really, my two options are One Dark Window and Renegades. And also, I don't know, like I just feel like with One Dark Window, it won't be like very actiony. It'll be like very like world building, which I don't know if I can handle right now. And I honestly don't know if there's a lot of action here. Like I don't know what this book is about. I'm gonna read this book and I'm very excited about it. Anyway, let's talk about Final Girls for a sec. Little recap. So I didn't tell you guys what this was about because I like to go into books blind. Like I like to go into books not really knowing anything about it because then I don't have any preconceived notions. I try to not like look at the Goodreads reviews because that always throws me off as well. But especially I do that with thrillers because like I feel like it's just so much more fun to not know anything. So now that I do know what this book is about, it's about this girl Quincy who like 9 years ago she was with her friends and at this cottage. She was the only one that survived, but she can't remember anything that really happened that night. It's like years and years later, and she's part of this group that like the media's dubbed like the final girls, who were just like the only ones that the final girls that survived like a tragedy like that. So it was her and like two other girls, Sam and Lisa. Lisa has committed suicide, and this brings the other final girl, Sam, to Quincy's door. It's like, maybe we should start, you know, sticking together. But then things from the past start getting dug up. She starts to discover what really happened at that cottage all those years ago. And I thought this was a solid thriller. Definitely my least favorite Riley Sager I've read. This is the third book of his I've read. It just like was really slow in the beginning. I didn't really know where he was like going with it, and like I feel like the twist I kind of saw coming a little bit, like not exactly, but like I don't know, it just didn't give me that feeling. But like I did like get super invested like the last like probably like 60%. Like it was super fast paced once you like got to that part. It was just really fun. It was super entertaining. I would say like I do like his writing style too. Like I like the way like he builds suspense and like the way he like reveals plot twists and things like that. So I would say I would rate this book 3 stars because I would recommend it. I absolutely would recommend it because it's a solid thriller, but it's definitely not anything that special to me. Anyway, now I'm gonna get a little snack and then I'm gonna start Renegades. Okay guys, it's almost 1 now and I'm starting to lose some steam. I'm starting to lose some motivation that I had this like mid-morning, and I think it was like just the high of being at the end of a thriller. But I just started this and I am really enjoying it so far. This book has the most potential to enjoy or to like really like out of all the books I've read in this video. So I am really enjoying it. I think it's like a super cool premise, and I always forget that I love Marissa Meyer. Like I always forget about that. I don't know why I've always been so hesitant to read these books because I loved the Cinder series when I was like younger, and then I read Heartless like a few years back and I also love that. So I always love her stuff, so I don't know why this series like kind of scared me, but I'm liking it so far. But I am losing steam. I'm getting tired, so I think I'm gonna check the temperature. It seems like it's I see a little bit of the sun. It's 41 degrees out, so maybe a walk is not in the cards for me right now. But I do want to listen to the audiobook, so I think I'm gonna clean my room, listen to the audiobook for a little bit, because I think I just need a break from reading, because I haven't listened to an audiobook yet, so it's been like 16 hours almost straight of just staring at words on a page, and they're all starting to jumble together now. I'll clean my room and see where I am after that. So anyway, I'm on chapter 4. I'm about 55 pages in. So yeah, I'm hoping, I know I'm not going to finish this in the vlog, but I'm hoping to at least get like halfway done. That's where we are now, and I will give you guys an update when I'm done cleaning. am almost at 20 hours, and I really don't think people are supposed to read for 20 hours straight. I really don't think we're meant for that. My eyes hurt. But only 4 more hours, and I am 150 pages into Renegades, and I have noticed, like, this morning and last night I was reading super fast, like my normal pace, but I've been going through this so damn slow, and I don't think it's because, like, I don't like it. Like, I am enjoying it. Like, it's still like kind of getting started though. We're still like kind of learning about the world and stuff, but I think it's starting to pick up now, but still it's kind of like it's going really slow. But I don't think it's the book is that slow. I think I'm just so tired, and I think the words are just jumbling up for me, and I think the words are just like, my eyes are like drooping. Like, I feel like they don't normally look like that, and you can see the bag so bad. Only 4 more hours to go, and that doesn't seem that long to me right now. I feel like I can do it. But yeah, it's starting to pick up a little. Oh, I had one. The book, main girl in this book, her power is to, like, she doesn't need sleep. It's like taunting me that she doesn't need sleep, because I'm like, you know what I'll give? I need sleep, and I need it right now. So I don't know why it's bugging me so much that she doesn't need it. Because I was thinking about that. If I didn't need sleep, I would read so many books. Like, I would have all my books read. Like, now it makes me wish my superpower was just not needing sleep, because I would have so much reading done. I guess, if anything, this challenge has taught me that I can read 3 books in a day if I just forego sleeping. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that lesson. I don't think I needed to know that. I don't know. And I think when I edit this, I'm gonna be like, you can see, I feel like the video is like me getting more and more delusional and more sleep deprived as this video goes on. I look so tired right now, and I'm sure I'm not making very much sense, and I'm sure I'm gonna sound a little delusional, but that's okay. That's what happens when you read 20 hours straight. Also, like, the 3 books are kind of merging into one for me right now. Like, it's all kind of, all the words are kind of like blending together for me. I'm gonna keep reading and see how much further I can get into. It's not gonna I'm not finishing this today. I know that. I'm not reading 400 pages in 4 hours, but I think I can get a couple hundred more then. Like, a couple hundred more done. I think that's doable. I just want to finish strong, because this afternoon has been a little not great. Yeah, I will let you know when I have about an hour left. Okay, it's like 6:30 now, and I have about an hour and a half left, and I am about 260 pages into Renegades, but this book is getting, like, I'm enjoying it a lot more now than I was, because I think it really started to pick up around like the 100-page mark, so I am really enjoying it now. But I am getting a little just kind of fatigued of reading it, because I've been reading it for like 6 hours now. So I'm just feeling I need to mix it up. So I think I'm gonna read The Hope for Elantris. I think that's what it's called. It's like the 25-page short story by Brandon Sanderson for my going through the Cosmere list. I have to read that, and The Emperor's Soul before I can read The Way of Kings. So I think I'm gonna read the short story now and give myself a little break from this. I'll probably have time to go back to this, but I think I'm gonna take a little break and just read a little short story. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be reading that. I have it on the Kindle. Like, I hope it's in the Ars Km. I don't know what it's called. I can never pronounce it, but I have that. And so yeah, I'm gonna read that now. Guys, I am down to the final hour. It's actually kind of insane that I've been at this for 24 hours. Next time, I'm not sleeping. I'm so proud, because I've been reading for 21 hours. I just finished Hope of Elantris, and it's just like a little short story, and it was cute. It was like good. It was like kind of fun to be back in like the Elantris world. I didn't really know what it was. I guess it's just like it's about kind of another side plot that was happening like during like the climax of Elantris that we didn't get to see in that book, and it took me like 20 minutes to read. It was good. It was like just a fun little insight, but it was nothing crazy. But I'm glad I read it. Now all I have to do is read The Emperor's Soul, and then I can start The Way of Kings. But that's not happening. That's not this video. And officially 1 hour left, and I'm gonna go back to Renegades. I'm glad I took a little break because now I'm excited to read this book again. Like I feel like I was just getting a little like burnt out on this book, but the little break with something else was just what I needed because now I'm excited about this again. We're gonna read this a little bit more and we'll see how far we can get in an hour. I will talk to you guys when it's over. I officially finished the 24-hour reading challenge. Honestly, just so wiped and so exhausted. I have zero thoughts in my brain and I kind of want to do it again. Like that was really fun. Like I'm exhausted and like mentally drained, but like in a good way. I got to page 308 in Renegades, and the funny thing is I just got to a really good part. Like it kind of was like a cliffhanger chapter, and I'm like, now I want to keep reading. But not tonight. I don't have it. I'm gonna give myself a break. Honestly, I think I'm gonna get some dinner and then watch Love Island for the rest of the night and crash. I will do a recap of all the books I read. I'll calculate all the stats and stuff of what I got done in this reading challenge tomorrow when I wake up and a little bit more coherent. Hopefully these will be gone. But oh my god, guys, I can't believe we did it. I need something to eat and curl up in my bed, and I will talk to you guys in the morning. Hi guys, it is now the next day and I'm feeling much more rested, much more coherent. So I thought I would do my little recap of the 24-hour readathon, which honestly was such a fun time. Like I want to do it again. Like, and it was really funny because last night I was like, I ate dinner and I like got in bed and like I was like I wanted to read some more, and I was like, there's something actually wrong. I'm like, how have I just read for 24 hours and I want to keep going. But anyway, let's do a recap of all the books I read. The first book I read in the readathon was Redeeming 6, and I was around 430 pages in, and there's 750 in the book, so I read around 300 pages of this. Genuinely just so happy I finished this book because it was not for me. I did not like their story very much, and overall rating after sitting on it is 2 stars, just because it just wasn't for me. I'm very like I love the first 2 books, and I know I'm very excited for the next book in the series. I just don't think this particular story was for me, and that's okay because not every story is for you, and not saying that it's a bad story, it's just wasn't personally my cup of tea. But I am happy I read it so I can continue on with the series, and so yeah, I think I'm gonna sit on a final rating of 2 stars because there were some things that I liked about this book. I just did not have an enjoyable time while reading it. So, and the next book I read was Final Girls by Riley Sager, and this was a really great pick for this readathon, I think, because I read it in the morning when I was so tired and I just wanted to go back to bed, but it was just such a quick read, and like it definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. It was not my favorite Riley Sager book. It's probably the least favorite of the ones I've read by him, but I do still think I do love this author, so that's not really saying much because I think this is still a really good thriller, and I would recommend it for like just a quick read. I think I read it in like 4 hours. This was definitely the quickest read I had, and I also read it on the Kindle, and I always read faster on the Kindle. But overall, I thought this was a really good book. Thrillers are always best when you read them in one sitting, So overall, I would rate this a 3 stars because I would recommend it, but it just didn't really stand out to me. And then I read The Hope for Elantris, which is on Kindle, so I'll put it here. It's like a tiny little short story amid the Elantris world, and it was a really good break when I was like kind of feeling like burnt out of the book that I was reading. And yeah, it was just a quick read, and I rated that 3 stars just because, you know, it's a short story. Like, it was good, I had fun reading it, but it was like 25 pages. And then I started, but I did not finish, Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and I got around 307 pages into this, which is way further than I thought I would, and I definitely loving this book. Like, the first 100 pages were a little slow, but once it like kind of once it kind of got to like this one part where like the plot started to kind of make sense to me, I was loving this book, and it's just a lot of fun. Like, it kind of reminds me of the Ladybug show a little bit. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Cat Noir and the Ladybug, I don't know, but it kind of gives similar vibes to me, I think. Just with the superhero thing, and I haven't really ever read a book about superheroes, so this has been kind of refreshing for me. And I think it's sci-fi, and I don't read any sci-fi, so this has been fun to like kind of step into a new genre. I think I would have gotten further. I honestly think I could have finished this book if like in the afternoon of the readathon I just started to get like, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but I feel like at like around 2 o'clock every day, around 2 or 3, like I'm super motivated in the morning. Like, I get up, I'm ready to go. Like, I always get so much stuff done in the morning, and by the time I hit like 2 o'clock, I'm just like, I need a nap. I just crash. And that's kind of what was happening. I was losing steam, and I was falling asleep, and I was just reading really slow. So I think, and I was also starting a new book and like trying to like figure out like all the characters and like the world, and I was just like, my brain was not comprehending it. So I was reading slower than I normally do with this one, but that's okay because I still only have 300 pages in, which is really good. And I only have about 250 pages left, so I am really excited to continue on with this series. And this is definitely my favorite book. Even though I didn't finish it, it's my favorite book that I read during my readathon so far. I am really enjoying this, and yeah, I'm excited to keep reading this. All in all, I'm gonna say I read 3.5 books. I finished a book, I read a whole book, I started a book, and I read a short story. So I don't really know how to put that into words. I'm gonna say 3-ish books, and I read a grand total of 989 pages. I feel like that's really good for 24 hours in a 24-hour span. So I feel like this was a really cool thing because like I just feel like I got so much reading done. Like, I feel like if I'm ever like behind on my like Goodreads goal, which I was kind of getting to that point because Redeeming 6 took me 2 weeks to read, I feel like I just need to do one of these and I'll be right back on track. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this again, and if you guys liked this video, let me know, and I will definitely do this again. Like, I had a lot of fun. And if you have any suggestions for like the way you want to see it, or if you want to see like a themed 24-hour readathon, totally open to that. Yeah, anything that you want to see with these kind of videos. I had a lot of fun, and I definitely want to do it again, and I want to experiment with them. So I know this week's reading vlog was a little bit different than what I normally do. I hope you guys still kind of liked this style. So if you guys want to see any more challenges, please let me know. Yeah, but I hope you guys liked this kind of switching it up, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!